Hiya peoples, it's Kath Master Joy, and I just got out of work, so I'm still wearing my uniform. And that also leads into what today's video is going to be about. So let me change real quick, and then I'll show you. Alright, that's better. So today's video involves my workplace, and I did not have the most enjoyable day at work today. And so today I'm gonna basically just give some advice about what you should do if you're in a job you hate. So my case right now is I have a manager who is not the most delightful person, who continually tells me what to do, even though I'm not in her department. And the way she talks to me is kind of like condescending, and she knows that she can push my buttons, and it almost made me cry at work today, so that's not really fun. But I know there's a lot of people who hate working at this place, and I know that must mean that there's a lot of people who really hate their jobs, but because of reasons like money and job security and things like that, they can't leave. So what you should do if you're in a job you don't like is, first of all, do something about it. Talk to management if you trust them and say, hey, I'm in a toxic situation in my department right now. Can we sit down with the manager and discuss all the issues we have and actually be productive and actually say, hey, why do you like to talk to me like this? And the manager will be like, oh, I didn't realize I was talking to you like that. Or they'll be like, I don't know what you're talking about. But either way, you need to step up and say something. I mean, you can't just expect things to change if you're just quiet about it. And I am saying this advice even when I'm supposed to be taking it. So I've been seriously thinking about doing that with this manager and the store director. Because it's like, this is not a good environment for me to be in, and should I switch departments or should I leave the company entirely? I am not sure. So I'm smidging my glasses. Much better. I don't remember what I was saying. I had to clean my glasses. But yeah, what you should do is one thing you can do is meet with a manager or try to just be direct with them and just be like, hey, I don't like the way you're telling me to do things. You say it in a way that makes me feel small. I wish you could, or is there a way you could say this to me in a nicer tone or show me exactly what you mean? I mean, it sounds cheesy and it sounds like an elementary school advice, but it's seriously a really good idea. And I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm a pansy. So eventually maybe I'll get to it. But yeah. Let's see, what else can you try? Another way you can try to avoid conflict at work when it gets tough is you can just start looking for other jobs. And I know that kind of seems like you're quitting at the same time, but at least if you do feel the need to like up and quit, you have something lined up or some kind of idea where you want to go. And there's depending on your education, there's a lot of different things you could do. I know that my McDonald's is always hiring. You can make fries. But other than that, there's a lot of like, factory work, at least where I live. There's like factories, and just like random assembly line kind of jobs. I mean, that's easy pay, at least for a while, until you can get an education and or decide what else you want to do. But basically, if you don't like the job you're in, get a different job. And I know that's like saying like find a needle in a haystack for some people, but it's like if you really want to get another job and you're really set on changing jobs, then you need to start looking. And if that means going just different places, like literally just asking a bunch of other people, hey, like walking into a place and saying, hey, do you guys know if you're hiring? And they'll say yes, go to our website, or they'll hand you an application or say, hey, I'm the manager, come talk to me real quick, we'll figure something out, And it's like, you have to make that first step, and that's a very important piece into figuring out what is best for you. You know what I mean? And that's basically it. I mean, you just gotta start to make that change. Well, I mean, if you really have a job you don't like, nothing is actually keeping you there. Even if it's like your family works there, or you've been there for a long amount of time and it's suddenly gotten bad, or if it's always been bad. I mean, nothing is really tying you down to a job unless you're about to get an apartment and you need a job to get in there, but make sure whatever you decide to do, it is best for you. It doesn't stress you out. It doesn't give you anxiety. It doesn't like work you to the bone. I mean, you shouldn't be lifting 40 pounds worth of a box if you can't lift it. I mean, don't overexert yourself, and just know your limits, and you can't do a job if you're not fit for it. Like my job currently, I have to do about 1,000,000 things in a day, and I am not the type of person that can actually do that. So I'm thinking about do something like that, like trying to find a job that's better suited for my pace and how much I can get done in a certain amount of time. And I'm not saying I'm slow, even though I'm really slow, but I'm saying I am not meant to do 1,000,000 things in a day. And I'm not meant for leadership, and I'm not meant to be a manager. I can see myself never doing that unless it's in a more relaxed environment, because this is a very stressful job for me, and I realize there needs to be a change somewhere because this is not working out for me right now. So yeah, so that's going to be the end of my video. I just wanted to let you guys know that, any advice that you ever have, feel free to email me. I'm going to put the link below, or write it down below in the description. It is misskathmasterjoy@gmail.com, and feel free to send me emails about advice that you have. If you have a situation you're in and you're like, I have no idea what to do, feel free to email me, and I will respond to your email. And if you are okay with it, I can post a video about it and I can name drop if you want, or I don't have to. I can be like, hey, I got an email and somebody's asking me relationship advice, and they wanted me to post videos so that other people can get their opinion, get advice from that video as well. So if like somebody else is going through what I'm going through, they can click on this video and find their resolution through there. Yeah, so that's all for this video. So just make sure if you're in a job you don't like, feel free to do something about it. I mean, don't worry about what other people are gonna say, and just say what you feel is right, and the rest will fall in place. So thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I will post again soon. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.